and welcome to the Pirate King Plays Genshin Impact. Last we left our heroes, we fought the final war and defeated the Abyss in a really, honestly, kick-ass cutscene. We also... Well, we weren't the ones who saved Noika from her fate. She was fated to die, but turns out someone else was going to die for her. And that was the captain, who has the curse of immortality and therefore cannot die. So created a paradox, and he's kind of frozen in place on a throne while all prices have been paid. So Moika's alive, and she didn't expect to be. We also got the power of fire, as you can see by how we're glowing here. Finally, the Pyro Traveler. I only used him during a boss fight so far, so I don't entirely know how he plays yet. Like, not the place to be fighting. We're going to continue that story now. It's probably only one mission left. Starting here. Also, yeah, we were kind of hailed as heroes when Moika's like, no, I don't want to take too much credit for this. So yeah, everyone's been celebrating us, as you can see up there. I wonder what the one for Lumine looks like instead of Aether. Now, this way. It's just this. Look at the mini map. We're on a path right now, but nope, no actual path here until we reach this spot, sort of. Right. To finish this, we got Moika's story mission, and we have something with Silali for the.
We are gathered here today to bid farewell to all who lost their lives in this war. This struggle has caused us profound pain and brought us face to face with loneliness and loss. But through it all, our bravery and resolve never wavered, and we never lost sight of victory. Even the tiniest of sparks can unite to become a blazing fire. They lit our way forward and showed us the path to victory. When our homeland is revived and life blooms again, they will return to us with the first rain of spring. It is just as our poem describes. We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire. The lifeblood of our nation. The fallen are never truly lost to us. We will be reunited one day. And as we create new legends and write new poems in honor of our beloved homeland, they will always be with us. Their deeds immortalized in our memory, and their names immortalized in stone. This epic will be remembered in the actions of every valiant warrior and brave Saurian. All equally important and indispensable. I would also like to take the time to recognize a Fatui Harbinger, who sacrificed his life for our cause. He was a warrior from Conria, who helped defend our nation 500 years ago. A man who used his own heart as refuge for the souls of the fallen. For the chance to offer them a final resting place, he chose to fight with us once again. In the end, he fulfilled his wish and returned the souls to the ley lines. By turning his curse into a weapon, he defeated his fated foe and protected me in the process. We have had our differences in the past, and I cannot say his character is representative of all in his organization.
Really isn't.
But on this occasion, we honor him as one of our own. In Natlan, all heroes are worthy of celebration.
I think Natlan is probably the first nation we've come across where the Archon is an actually present and revered leader. Like, in in Mondstadt, he disappeared someday. In Liyue, he faked his own death. In Inazuma, she put a robot clone of herself in charge, and it kind of became a warlord. In Sumeru, she was kept prisoner and brainwashed by the upper echelons of the college. Until now she is taking over again, but she's not entirely revered. Just kind of, accepted as a good person. And in Fontaine, Farina was not the actual Archon. And then had those powers taken from her. So the dragon's in charge now. And then Natlan, actually revered and respected leader who is present present all the time. And how many fucking speeches has she given?
Strange. Why does no one praise the deeds of the almighty Dragon Lord? Kahula how?
Because you did nothing, you piece of shit.
Does no one care about my heroism?
No,
A great hero such as myself,
you're not.
forced to remain nameless. Ignorant fools.
Anyone who has been in your presence for a few seconds will know your name. Fine. I guess you helped out. Good job.
Well. A compliment. After all these years. It's about time you knew your place, lowly servant. Hey! Why are you glaring at me? Oof.
Bye. Okay. Figure everyone's gonna have something to say. We have to end. Wait. Future plans with your companions. Yeah, I think the last one we have to talk to is Moika.
Hey, did you hear? As long as we get permission from our chief, we can leave Natlan as much as we want.
Yeah, it's because the ley lines have been restored, right? And the Lord of the Night is a lot stronger now.
That means we can finally see the outside world for ourselves. I heard that Fontaine has a huge ocean.
Mm-hmm.
That is totally my vibe. I
really
can't wait
is.
to go see it.
I want to go to Liyue. The mountains are supposed to be super tall.
They are.
Sounds
They
like
are.
the makings of a great vacation. Let's start planning. But first, we all promised we would go to the hot springs together. Then we'll be hot springs buddies for life.
It... Muscles go stronger through periods of strain, and people work the same way. Even though the crisis is over, we'll still band together for the sake of a new future. Oh, and you should really come to the Collective of Plenty sometime. Especially you, Paimon. Your nutrition is already set.
Okay, so you can help Paimon get stronger, right?
Probably not.
If something like this happens again, Paimon wants to fight by the Traveler's side.
Haha, of course! You've got serious potential!
After you got back, you mentioned you saw Koichi in the Night Kingdom. So, she helped you then?
Yeah. She brought a lot of Saurians and helped get through a tricky part of the Night Kingdom.
Good. I'm sure that made her happy.
There's still time to see her in your dreams.
It's all right. I don't think she's going to come see me.
Yeah, I don't know why they gave us that line. She said she wasn't.
She's probably sick of nagging her older sister. Still, thank you for telling me. Natlan has a bright future because of you. And I have a chance to make up for my regrets.
Oh, there's a place we gotta stand.
My teacher once said the weight of fate is decided by the one who has to bear it. You helped Natlan overcome a cruel fate. From now on, we will always be there to help you. Now, we just need to see where your fate, no, our fate, leads us.
Oh. Got close enough.
Our hero's here. Is there something you want to
Oh,
discuss?
it's one of these. About the stances of the heavenly principles and the shades.
The forces of the Abyss have always sought to corrode Tevat. The ley lines were created by the heavenly principles, and it's only with their protection that Tevat is able to nurture all forms of life. If the Abyss had free reign, this world would become a living hell. We saw that for ourselves. Any attempt by humanity to harness the power of the Abyss is met with swift punishment. The heavenly principles and the shades show no mercy in that regard. That unyielding approach is also the source of great sorrow and hatred. The situation goes beyond a simple discussion of right versus wrong. Perhaps the truth will reveal itself during your future adventures.
About the Ode of Resurrection somehow taking effect before victory?
Oh, isn't it obvious? The Ode of Resurrection didn't take effect at all.
Yeah,
Your own strength is what allowed you to keep fighting, as well as the moral support from everyone in Natlan. Still, moral support is also an important, if underappreciated, effect of the Ode of Resurrection.
Yeah, because they sang the song before before we had victory. That makes more sense, I think. Now that I think about it. About the Gnosis.
The captain's subordinates sent us a letter he left behind. After our duel at the stadium, he asked Tsaritsa to remove him from the responsibility of obtaining the Gnosis, and his request was granted. The captain respected the outcome of that match and refused to violate his principles.
Huh.
But since this is the final Gnosis,
What?
I doubt that Tsaritsa will let the situation stand.
Final?
Perhaps a replacement Harbinger will be sent here soon. I'll make sure to be prepared.
Wait, the final Gnosis. We've already been to Animo, Geo, Electro, Dendro, Hydro. Then there's Pyro and Cryo. And Cryo is Snezhnaya. So, yeah, we've actually been to all but one country in this world. Huh. Would you look at that? At the next stop on my journey.
A direct conflict with the Fatui is unavoidable the moment you step foot in Snezhnaya. So make sure you're ready for any scenario. On a related note, I've acquired some new intel about the fragment that suddenly appeared in the sky. Such fragments are known as Ancient Moon's remnants, relics of secret source technology from the era of the ancient dragons. Coincidentally, a small squad of Fatui infiltrated our borders around the same time it appeared. Our investigation revealed them to
remember
be
that.
the subordinates of the Doctor. Their stronghold is in Nod Krai, a land with a long history not far from Snezhnaya. The people there can use a very special power. It's said that this mysterious power predates even the 7 elements of Tevat.
Oh, of course
Ancient Moon's remnants,
another-
the Doctor, a mysterious power. The project that connects all 3 must be ambitious indeed.
So there's another nation not connected to the elements. Interesting. I wonder if that's just saying, hey, we know Snezhnaya has to be the last place. Try these places first. They're kinda separate, but we want to extend the game. About the tribe my ancient name will belong to.
Huh? Tribe? Oh, you're thinking along the lines of how the names of the 6 heroes were inherited. In truth, apart from a few ancient names associated with a certain tribal culture or tradition, most ancient names can be inherited by anyone. Your name likely falls under that category. The Wyab will select someone who shares your character and name them as your successor. Of course, that won't happen for a very long time.
Nothing else.
The long journey of the Pyro Archon has now come to an end. Together, We overcame darkness and death to accomplish something truly remarkable. As we celebrate your glory, allow me to thank you once again. This time, just as Mawika. Thank you for the respect, understanding, and support every step of the way.
It was my honor.
An honor we share. You can keep chatting with your friends nearby. I think I'll stay here for now and watch over them.
Let me check it then. Hey, Katiana Sarkisian. Excellent job! Holy shit. Damn good job with Moika. Watch.
When Guthred's soul possessed my body, all I saw was a dark abyss. The captain carried countless souls within him. It must have taken so much strength to live like that for hundreds of years. For us, his death is something sad. But for him, maybe it finally allowed him to be at peace.
My lord, you will forever serve as an example for all your soldiers.
Guy?
I knew about the captain's immense strength, but I never expected him to have such a strong sense of honor. No matter how prejudiced I may have been in the past, he now has my utmost respect.
Who the hell are you?
The stories of heroes will continue to be passed down from generation to generation. If Natlan faces a crisis again, I'm sure people will look to our story as a source of hope. We've earned our place in history. That's pretty surreal, don't you think?
Oh, we can read these. I don't know if I need to talk to these people, but...
When I was little, my father told me about Thrain, the Sentinel Knight, an outlander who once fought alongside the warriors of Natlan. He was brave, fearless, and deeply respected by his men. I always wished I could go back in time and see him in action. I never thought that, in my lifetime, another outlander would fight to save this land, or that I would get the chance to fight by their side. I will treasure this honor for the rest of my life.
Also, you did kind of fight alongside Thrain. He's the captain.
Just like the Archon said, we can now proudly tell our children that this war is a thing of the past. It's a new chapter for all of us. We will never forget your contribution, and Natlan will always be with you. May the sacred flame protect you in all the journeys to come.
Oh, hold on, gotta be read in order. Ad filios superie dona es requiem. Okay. And for some reason, sing your final song with pride, like a hero's march to the other side. This monument commemorates a 1970 brave warriors who gave their lives in the war for Natlan. And alien tears will fill them, pities long for their names. Okay, no, I have no idea what that means. Okay, sure. Worried about it activating.
What are you thinking about, Traveler? Oh, the battle, right? Even though we won in the end, it cost a lot to get to this point, huh?
Sing your final song with pride, like a hero's march to the other side. Okay, no, this is just all the stuff I just read. Let's leave this for them. Oh, damn it. Wanted to keep that. Oh, this is where you can refight the dragon. Embark on new adventures. Yeah, that is the end of the Natlan storyline. This is, I should say. Are we walking out? Even though I was just walking in?
Story! Story! I want to hear a story!
What is this?
Come on! Tell...
Well, you kids don't miss a beat, do you? All right. You can be the first audience for this new tale. Let me know what you think. Now, where to begin?
Want to stop and listen to the story? Sounds pretty fun.
Sure.
This is a story of the great heroes of our time. There are 3 great heroes at the center of this tale. The first is an outlander known as the Traveler.
Arlok!
A warrior of great strength, completely immune to the power of the abyss. Most importantly, the Traveler is kind and brave. Someone who treasures those around him. You could call him a natural-born hero.
Yeah, he's super strong. Tell us more. Hey, just let him finish the story. The man telling the story keeps looking this way, Traveler. Paimon thinks he recognizes you.
Well, we've really made a name for ourselves.
The second hero is also an outlander. Many years ago, he forged a connection with this land and used his body as a vessel for the souls of his fallen comrades. His goal was to give them a home and, with that, a chance to be reborn into this world. The third hero is none other than our current Archon, Mawika. Not only is she a powerful and respected figure, but she also commands the power of the Ode of Resurrection, which can bring people back from the dead. With the support of 6 heroes from 500 years ago, she united Natlan against a dangerous foe. Now, this story truly begins with the arrival of the Traveler in Natlan.
We know it from here on out.
Under his guidance, Kachina performed exceptionally well in the pilgrimage and earned her chance at the Night Warden Wars.
Skipping ahead.
Suddenly, the sky turned dark. The sacred flame went out, and Gasoithoth appeared.
In case y'all thought I was saying that wrong.
Everyone gathered at the stadium and sang the Ode of Resurrection together to send their support to the furthest corner of the Night Kingdom. Hermione became known by all, and everyone began reciting the words that defined its message. In the beginning, there was darkness, until someone set themselves aflame. Only then did the universe know light. Anyway, the dust has now settled, and Natlan has entered a new era of peace. The Traveler fought for life, the Captain fought for death, and our Archon, Mawika, created a bridge between them.
He was supposed to close his hand at life and close the other at death, but it took too long. And they didn't get the timing right for the English dub. Hilarious.
Wow! Is there more? Please don't let that be the end!
Sounds like you like this one. Tell you what, give me some time and I'll write it all out in even greater detail.
I loved it! This is the best story ever!
Yeah, and Hermione is the coolest ancient name.
I'll be honest, they could have done worse.
Today. Oh, hey, it's supposed to be my turn. No, it's my...
No, it's my turn. So, no one wants to be the Pyro Archon anymore?
Ha!
Sounds fun. What do you say, Traveler? Wanna let Paimon be Tumaini for the day?
Sure, then I'll be Paimon.
Alrighty then. Let's go, Paimon. A new adventure awaits.
Incandescent Ode of Resurrection complete. Pilgrim's Chronicle updated. Stuff. Let's go look at our stuff. What was new over here? You can offer up Blazing Flint ore? That's a thing? I'll wait on that and see what I can do on my own time with that one. Now, this... Give it a moment here first. Weren't finished. Oh my! Thank you for the respect, understanding, and support every step of the way. 12 says? Alright. So what were the... There were multiple holes there. It's like they didn't really plan it out. That's weird. Okay. This. Ta-da! Claiming 500 Prima Gems. I believe either this or the other. There we are, her story quest. Do we want to start that first or do the other thing is the question. We'll do that first. It seems right. But we have the last part of this as well. This already popped up, and I don't know where the other one will take us, so this one we just have to go there. I believe that is what we will do next. I am here at the moment. Let me just clear something. Look through the door, alright.
Ad Astra Ab.
Wonder if our portrait
Thank you
just
for
stays
completing
there. Oh. Is that... No, yeah, there we go. Claim the key. Oh, wait, what? Hold on. Alright, all notifications gone. Onward we go. Oh, look, the Fatui.
Huh? What are the Fatui doing here? That's a little concerning. Let's go over there and see what they're up to. Also, how did they get this close to a tribal settlement?
Well, considering what the captain did for Natlan, maybe they've been given a bit more leeway.
Huh. All the Fatui left in Natlan are probably the captain's subordinates. That basically makes them followers of one of Natlan's heroes. Still, once a Fatus, always a Fatus. Something seems off seeing them here. Let's go check it out.
You have to pronounce both U's. It's a Latin thing. The correct pronunciation for a person who is in the Fatui is a fatuus. Fatuus. You have to pronounce both U's, and they never seem to realize that. The Battle of Seven Colors.
What are you guys doing here?
Following orders. If you have a problem, take it up with our employer.
Hey, what's with the attitude?
You gave an attitude first, you
work for a private
dumbass.
employer?
This is Grudok. I hired him to be my bodyguard in Natlin. As you can see, he's not the sociable type. I'm sorry for any offense. My original plan was to hire someone from the local tribes, but a priest recommended Grudok and his squad. I was told they were capable fighters and had the time to spare, so they fit the bill. It seems like the Fatui's reputation in Natlin is quite positive.
He didn't
So that's
get
what
good
happened.
direction.
Then you must be from Fontaine?
Precisely! Montluçon, at your service. I work in the publication business. And you two... Wait, you must be the Traveler and his fairy companion.
Oh, you know us?
A
Just
golden-haired
accept
traveler with a floating companion. There's no mistake. Your exploits in Fontaine have all the makings of a best-selling series. I'd be a failure of a book merchant if I couldn't recognize you.
Wow, we're really famous at this point, Traveler.
You think?
It's truly my lucky day. I know this is sudden, but I was actually looking for you two. You see, I have a favor to ask.
So, you...
You'll be generously rewarded, I promise you.
Well, at least he got straight to the point. Should we hear what he has to say?
Something tells me we can't escape this one. If the pay is good.
Alright, we'll hear your request.
You know the great shaman Sitlali, right? I need her help with something.
Yeah, but the chances of her helping a random stranger just because we asked?
Her personality? Pretty slim.
Yeah, see, Lolly really doesn't like dealing with strangers.
I heard about that from other members of her tribe. But they told me if one person could convince her, it would be the golden-haired traveler. If you manage it, I'll even double your pay.
Why do you need her help?
Oh yeah, we should definitely get to the bottom of that first.
It's kind of a long story, and there's tribal history involved, so you should hear it from an expert. Alie, if you could.
Of course. I don't often have an eager audience for this kind of thing. Nice to meet you. The name's Alie. I'm a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute. Unlike most researchers, I have a keen interest in ancient ruins. That's why I was invited to join Monsieur Montluçon's team. Have you heard of the legend of the great shaman Huitzilin?
She's the one that worked with colors, right?
Yes. According to local records, she was a color mystic who lived over 200 years ago, and the most adept in her tribe at using that particular technique. Out of all of her exploits, her most celebrated is the Battle of Seven Colors. According to legend, the battle was triggered by an abyss invasion, one of the most brutal in Natlan's history, even from a greater historical perspective. Amazingly, Natlan was able to turn the tide despite being at an extreme disadvantage. The key to victory was none other than a color Huitzilin created on the battlefield. The color was extraordinary, illusory in appearance while also seeming to possess physical form. Legend has it that Huitzilin used the color to construct a magnificent maze on the battlefield and trap all the enemies inside. This allowed her allies to launch a counterattack and ultimately secure victory.
Anyway, that's the gist of it. We don't want to take up too much of your time.
So we have the history buff who knows the story, and the businessman who wants to exploit it.
That story is the reason I came to Natlin. I often publish books about the history of other nations. They always end up faring well on the market. When I heard this story for the first time, I wanted to include it in my next collection, but Historical records about Natlin aren't very detailed. We haven't been able to determine where the battle took place, or find any definitive evidence that it occurred at all. Even within the Masters of the Nightwind, people dispute the legitimacy of the story. Some believe it to be a myth. If that were the case, the story would not be fit for publication.
But if you're just including it in a story collection, why does it matter if it never happened?
Well, you see, the slogan for the collection is Restoring the Truth of History. Naturally, I need it to be factual. That's why I'm here. The Masters of the Nightwind are said to have a tradition of recording past events, so I wanted to consult their records.
Okay,
But
that's
I was
better.
refused access to the Obsidian Altar. Application after application, and all I received were a few ordinary woven scrolls with nothing to offer. Honestly, I'm just trying to promote their history, and they make such a fuss.
According to my research, their scrolls are considered sacred relics in addition to historical records. Naturally, outsiders are rarely granted access. Not to mention, the scrolls we did get to review actually contain a huge amount of information. I just need more time, and I could...
We've been over this, Alier. There's no need to waste time on those scrolls when we have a better way.
Citlali, you mean?
Exactly. You're well aware, I'm sure, that Citlali has been alive for more than 200 years. That means she lived during the era of the Battle of Seven Colors. If she agrees to be my consultant, then no other historical records are necessary.
Oh, that's what you want.
So, what do you say? I'll quadruple the pay if it helps sweeten the deal.
Okay, double, then quadruple?
Well,
We haven't even heard what it is yet.
Don't want to help you.
We actually should go ask her. Still have a duty to fulfill, after all.
Oh, right. The duty the chief gave us has a lot to do with Wheat Sealing. Who knows? The Battle of Seven Colors might lead us in the right direction. All right, we'll help you convince Citlali. Just let us do the talking, okay?
Of course.
Oh. This way. All our energy just to get high enough to get there. Oh, I've been here before, and I was like, huh, looks like it'll be used for something later.
This is where the great shaman lives? A bit far from civilization, isn't it? I hope the person who pointed out...
For someone like Citlali, it actually makes a lot of sense.
Is this graffiti her work too?
Yeah, this
I
graffiti
wonder
wasn't
if it's
here
a cultural practice. If I could just copy it down.
We're here for a reason, Alier. As agreed, you two can do the talking, and we'll wait for you here.
Okay, we'll go knock on the door. Hopefully she's not hungover. Citlali? Are you there? We need your help with something! Oh, no response. Maybe she's not home.
Let's try her other name.
Oh, Granny Eatsley? Are you home?
Doors thrown open, you're met with pungent smell of alcohol.
Hey, kid! If you're here to challenge me, book an appointment first.
So see, Lolly's a real hermit, huh?
Traveler!
Door closes abruptly.
Looks like we came at a bad time.
Are you still there? Just come in. We can talk inside.
Well, at least we didn't get turned away.
Yeah, she wouldn't turn us away. Why bother making us hit the button?
Huh. So this is where Sweet Lolly lives.
Cleaned up in about 2 minutes.
Didn't have time to fully clean up the place. Complain if you want. Menial housework. Besides, in light novels, people who keep everything neat and tidy are always too boring to be the protagonists.
Incorrect.
Also, I'm not a hermit. I'm just above superficial rules.
Yeah, come on.
She sure does care a lot about what we think of her.
Oh, and that spell I used to transfer my senses to you, you're not still, experiencing the side effects, are you? It's my duty as a great shaman to check that kind of—
Oh, you mean when we could hear your thoughts? Nope. It's been so long, we don't have to worry about that anymore, right?
Then why do I hear the traveler's thoughts in my head?
What?
Oh, she heard me call her a hermit. That bothers her? I thought she was above superficial rules of societal etiquette.
I can still hear you, you know.
I apologize for offending you?
Don't bother. I'll find a way to fix it. First you hear my thoughts, now I'm hearing your thoughts. It was just a simple spell. I use it on you, and now it's on the Fritz. Forget it.
Yeah, that might just be
Just tell me why
us.
you're here.
Well, someone asked us to ask you to be their consultant. They have questions about the history of Natlan.
So they asked the hero of Natlan to put in a good word? Sounds like they know I don't usually trouble myself with other people's problems.
The pay is really good.
Doesn't matter. I'm busy.
She sure doesn't look busy.
Would have been funnier
this wouldn't
without
get us
that
anywhere.
pause, but it didn't let me go forward. What if the request comes from me?
From you?
Yeah, we were given a sacred duty to help your tribe weave a special scroll.
Huh? So, you're the appointed ones this time?
We were surprised too.
Vaguely remember
After
this.
all, we have no idea how to weave a scroll like that. But with Chef Biram's help, we were able to make some progress. We still haven't succeeded, but we learned that the key to weaving the scroll is a special kind of color. The historical event those men want to ask about also involves color. If you help them, you might end up helping us too. She's giving us that face again. Did Paimon not explain things clearly?
You could have been a bit clearer, honestly.
I can't decide whether this twist is completely out of the blue or if it was foreshadowed all along.
Does that mean you won't help us?
I need to think about it.
Then there's still hope.
Can we tell her the actual time period, though?
What's the holdup? Just give us an answer already.
Rudock, didn't he tell you not to speak?
You agreed to let us do the talking. Sweet Lolly.
See, Lolly suddenly walks out and you rush after her.
Stand down, Grudok. As your employer, if I tell you to wait, then you wait.
That was staged.
Understood.
You're the great shaman who's been alive for centuries? But you're so... Apologies for the disturbance.
Oh, you can...
Grudok is a recent
You can
hire.
finish that.
So difficult to restrain sometimes.
You're lucky you didn't force Sweet Lolly's hand.
Well, since you're here, how about a discussion?
Do you have any idea who I am? Did you think Granny Eatsley would be fooled by your little performance?
Yeah, I wasn't.
I have no intention of speaking to you. Your recent hire interrupted me right as I was about to make an important decision. Pull a trick like that again, and I'll make your lives a living horror novel, except 10 times worse. That's all I came out here to say.
Whoa.
Traveler, we have a discussion to finish.
You live up to your name, Granny Itztli. I apologize for the offense. I'm just surprised the Battle of Seven Colors didn't pique your interest.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to bring up the name of
You're
it.
investigating the Battle of Seven Colors?
Ah, the Traveler didn't get to that part? Yes, I thought the Traveler could help me convince you. But, if I'm not mistaken, you have a personal interest in this matter, don't you? I heard that the great shaman Huitzilin was a friend of yours. You two must have been close.
That differently before.
If I can resolve the controversy and prove the battle took place, I'll include it in my next collection. Then, all of Teyvat will learn the truth.
We're not given any direction for the name of
With
the
your
world.
support, your friend's heroic deeds will once again be known throughout the land. Inspiring, don't you think?
You'll be helping me fulfill my duty, and it would mean a lot to your tribe.
If this is really about that duty, then... fine. I'll help you.
I'm honored.
Save it. I agreed to help the Traveler, not you. You'll just have to leech what you can.
Well, at least she agreed to help.
Looks like my friendship with Silali came in handy after all. Never took her to be the heartless type, anyway.
Who are you calling heartless?
Oh, right, she can still hear our thoughts.
Not a problem. I always planned to work with the Traveler. So, did you directly experience any events of the battle? Do you have any idea where it took place? Can you think of any relics we could use to prove it?
Talk at me, why don't you?
I'd like to know too.
Fine. No, no, and no. I did live during the same era as her, but that doesn't mean we experienced the same events. I've lived a long time, but I'm not a walking encyclopedia. You decide the angle of your investigation, and I'll provide answers if I'm familiar with the subject.
All right. Even if you didn't witness the battle yourself, you still lived through that era. Alier, you had an idea about where to start, yes?
Oh, well, my plan was to consult the members of the tribe in charge of recording history.
Then, let's start there. Traveler, what do you say to officially working together? After all, it appears I can only get Miss Sitlali's help through you.
Sounds good. Don't have any other choice. We're all too close together.
You don't seem super invested in this whole thing, Sitlali.
The Battle of Seven Colors is something I've only ever heard about. I know as much as anyone else in my tribe.
But how? Weren't you alive when it happened?
I wasn't there when it took place, and she never told me about it. That's how.
But Molo Sol said the two of you were close friends. The battle was legendary. Why wouldn't Huitzilin tell you about it?
Close friends? More like arch rivals. Something Montluçon would know if he actually did his research. Did you see the graffiti outside my house? That's not my doing. All students from Huitzilin's School of Shamanism must pass an extremely difficult trial before graduation, defeating me in battle. Those graffiti drawings are how they challenge me.
Wait, what?
Of course, none of them ever succeeded. So, after Huitzilin's death, her students had no choice but to modify the requirement. Instead of defeating me, all they have to do now is last long enough.
Yeah, that sounds like a necessary change.
As my rival, Huitzilin only had one achievement that surpassed my own, and that was the Battle of Seven Colors. I can only assume she had some kind of secret technique at her disposal. It makes perfect sense that she kept it from me. I'm a fast learner. Telling me about the technique is no different than handing it to me on a silver platter. As if she would give away her one advantage.
Oh, that makes sense.
Anyway, all of that is secondary. Like I said, I'm only here to help you fulfill your duty.
So Lolly's doing all this for me?
Don't misunderstand. This duty is important for my tribe, too.
Also,
A
stop
great shaman
forgetting
should
that
do
she
her
can read
part
your
to see it
thoughts.
done.
A great shaman should also be a bit more organized at home.
Excuse you? I fail to see what housekeeping has to do with my duty as a shaman.
We just thought in ellipses.
Why is it that you're the one whose thoughts are exposed, but I'm still the one suffering? I need to get to the bottom of this.
Just think in ellipses. Paimon only heard half of that conversation.
Excuse me, great shaman, but we have a situation over here. We could really use your help.
Okay,
Please go
okay.
Of course the Battle of Seven Colors happened. The woven scroll proves it. Wheat Ceiling used a mysterious color to construct a maze and trap the enemies inside.
That's just your interpretation. There's more than one way to understand that scroll. Besides, constructing a maze out of color is ridiculous.
Wheat Ceiling was one of the most powerful shamans of her time. She definitely could have pulled it off.
That's the biggest problem. She had students. Why not pass it down? A technique that powerful, and no shaman since has ever used it?
Her students are keeping it a secret, of course. If you knew a technique like that, you'd be a fool to show it to just anyone.
Oh, I didn't mean to cause an argument. I just wanted to ask, is there anything we can use to prove the battle took place?
Of course it took place. Why would you need to prove it?
You'll have to excuse him. Some people in our tribe insist on clinging to outdated views of history. I'd give up now if I were you. It only gets more ridiculous from here.
Please don't fight.
Wow, so the battle really is controversial.
Am I the outdated one? Kids these days can't find anything better to argue about?
These arguments are precisely why I hesitate to include this story in my collection. Neither side was able to offer anything useful. What should we do?
Wheat Ceiling was a passionate teacher. We were opposites in that sense. The technique she used in the battle must have been her masterpiece. There's every reason to pass it on. Still, if the technique is powerful enough to single-handedly stop an invasion, it also makes sense that her disciples would keep it a secret. We should check with the students from her school. If we can confirm the technique exists, we can deduce certain things about the battle.
But as far as I know, most of the shamans from her school occupy high positions in the tribe. Not the type of people outsiders like us can speak to on a whim.
Right. The obsidian altar is off limits to you. But, if I go...
Is there a problem?
Well, they're going to fight.
Most of Wheat Ceiling's students are respected priests in the tribe. But that means they had to go through me. Or try, at least. I, of course, humiliated them from a young age. Those who hold the position now are the ones who lasted long enough before I wiped the floor with them. If I show up without warning, they'll run for dear life. That's not gonna get us any answers.
Yeah, Paimon can see it now.
Run for dear life? It's like Silali's some kind of tyrant.
Hey, don't jump to conclusions. That was just a metaphor.
I'll make sure they don't run away. Better to fend off a tyrant than hero of Natlan.
Only you have the guts to joke like that with me, traveler. Fine, I said I'd help, so I'll help. But don't blame me if it goes wrong.
Alright, the rest of you can wait for us here.
We appreciate the help.
Okay. I know it seems real close on the map, but it's not. A loop around to get into a cave. Better to just travel.
Oh, are you in the middle of a ceremony?
Granny Eatsley?
What is she doing here?
Did some coward not show up after challenging her to a fight?
Or is she here to officially take over the tribe?
No.
It's like they really do see her as some kind of tyrant.
No matter what, we'll defend our dignity as priests to the end.
Ugh, you talk a big game for someone who lost to me the most out of the entire priesthood.
What?
All I want is to ask some questions.
So, you're here to interrogate us?
No.
Someone didn't sit pretty for their beating? Is that it?
We should just run!
Don't be afraid.
Yeah, with the hero of Natlan here, Granny Eatstily will be on her best behavior.
Sure, whatever you say.
Oh, it's the Traveler and his companion. That does make me feel better. How can we help you?
We wanted to ask about the technique you inherited from Huitziling.
Huh. So you can eradicate our school once and for all?
No, you idiot.
Disciples of our school have challenged her year after year, just as our master instructed.
Well, you're not wrong.
If we want to protect our legacy.
Not this again. Just how much did you traumatize them, Seatlali?
She beat them in a duel. So what? There's no reason to be this terrified. Lolly is someone worthy of love and respect.
Hey! You can't just say whatever you want just because it's in your head. I'm Granny Eatsley. A mere mention of my name and kids burst into tears. Love and respect? No one has the guts for that.
Well, I do.
You know what? Forget about your duty. We really need to fix this mind-reading situation.
Sorry to disappoint, but if you're here to question whether we're qualified to inherit our master's legacy...
We're not getting anywhere. What should we do, Traveler?
Let me think. Oh, Elder Tlapo.
Huh? Oh, it's you.
Elder Tlapo! Oh, we must have disturbed your meditation. Our deepest apologies. Please forgive us.
Did Elder Tlapo just issue a declaration?
From what I can tell, in a single word, the message was... friend?
Is Elder Tlapo telling us to treat Granny Eatsley as a
It was looking at us.
That's not possible, is it?
Oh, you forget yourselves, my friends. You are esteemed priests of our tribe. Where are your manners?
But Chief!
I didn't expect to see you here, great shaman. My sincere apologies for the lack of hospitality.
Well, I wasn't exactly planning to come to this crowded place. So you can save the pleasantries, Chief. I'd rather get this over with.
Understood. Now, as successors of Huitziling, I understand your friction with Granny Eatsley. However, Elder Tlapo's declarations have always showed us the correct path. You would do well to respect his counsel. So, mind your manners and allow Granny Eatsley to ask her questions.
Good thing Elder Tlapo and Chief Biram are on our side.
Okay. Again, why did there need to be a break for just walking forward a few steps?
Hi there, Elder Tlapo!
It's been a while.
Hey, he seems pretty happy to see us.
He's the one who put you in charge of the scroll, right?
Yeah, Elder Tlapo appointed us to the task.
Elder Tlapo, huh? He's still Claw to me. Hey, don't pull that cutesy stuff with me. You're an Iktomi-Sor Elder now. You occupy an eminent and important position within the tribe.
So, you already know each other?
Claw was only this big when we first met. He was Huitziling's Saurian companion back then.
Oh.
She kept dragging him to my place, so over time, we got to know each other.
Sounds like you and Huitziling were close.
She only came to my place to fight me. But at the same time, she always claimed to be my friend. She was the only one who dared to try, at least.
Well, you've lived a long time. You've probably made a bunch of friends over the years, right?
I don't think she wants to.
The more time you have, the more friends you lose.
Oh,
Anyway, let's get back to business. I hate talking about the past. Oh, 200 years and you still haven't given up, Claw? I still haven't made up my mind, so you should head back. Traveler, Paimon, let's go.
These cutscenes go for so long, I end up laying down sometimes.
Hey there, Chief Biram.
Hello, Biram.
Oh, wait. We haven't reached out since the last time we failed the task, huh?
I'm just grateful you haven't forgotten that duty.
Actually, we have good news. We found another clue.
I'm all ears.
It's the Battle of Seven Colors.
Huitzilin's claim to fame? That sounds promising. But the battle took place hundreds of years ago. An investigation is bound to be difficult.
True, but Granny Eatsterly promised to help.
Is that so? Huh. I've tried seeking her help in the past, but I never managed to coax her out. You should cherish this opportunity.
Hey, don't complain. None of the previous chiefs succeeded either.
Forgive me. That wasn't my intention. It was a comment on my own failings.
Paimon said you've been trying to figure out how to weave the special scroll.
It is my duty, great shaman.
Why bother? The scrolls always end up completed on time. So what's the point of figuring it out for yourself?
If I may, this task concerns the history of Natlan as a whole. And in many ways, history is the memory of a people. Memory is sacred to our tribe. I'm sure a great shaman understands that better than a humble junior like myself. Something this important cannot be left to baseless rumors. I know you don't concern yourself with the daily affairs of the tribe, Granny Eatsterly. Even so, as a priestess, I trust you wouldn't leave something like that to chance.
I get your point.
Something on your mind, Silali?
Of course. The one time I wish you could read my mind, it doesn't work.
Chief referred to himself as a humble junior. Maybe Silali's worried she looks old?
No, that's not it.
Huh?
It's not important. Rest assured, Biram, with my help, the Traveler and Paimon will definitely be able to complete the task.
You have my thanks, then.
So...
Huh. So are you here to test whether we're qualified to...
No!
You've already been tested, haven't you? Well, frankly speaking, I don't think any of you are qualified. But that's not why I'm here. All you need to do is be good and answer my questions.
Fine. Ask away.
You've heard of the Battle of Seven Colors, right?
Of course. It's our master's claim to fame. An immortal legend inscribed in the very history of our tribe.
Then I'm sure you know there are those who question whether it actually occurred.
I did hear people arguing about that the other day.
It's disgraceful. How can they question something like that?
It doesn't surprise me. Natlan has had more tourism lately. A lot of people have started getting strange ideas after interacting with Outlanders. After all, everyone who took part in the battle has returned to the ley lines. Without witnesses, it's hard to refute detractors.
Well, it just so happens the questions I want to ask are directly related to the legitimacy of this battle.
Listen, we know you were rivals, but do you really have to question her legacy?
You think she's like you? Someone who can't survive a little scrutiny?
No, of course not.
Then let me finish. During the battle, Huitziling most likely used a technique powerful enough to turn the tides of war. I'm sure she was very proud of it. Proud enough to pass it on to her disciples. So, Which one of you inherited that technique?
They have no idea what it is.
I don't think any of us have heard of it.
Listen, I'm not trying to take it for myself, so be honest.
Yeah, no objections there. But I'm telling the truth. None of us have ever heard of that technique.
What's wrong with her? Why would she let it go extinct?
Master's body of work is massive. No one student could hope to learn all her techniques. Mastering just a few already takes a lot of effort. Master had no choice but to recruit many students, split up what she knew into different portions, and pass it down through various individuals. So even though we see ourselves as representatives of Wheat Sealing's school of shamanism, what we know isn't the sum of her legacy. Actually, I know of a shaman family that inherited some of Master's techniques. The family fell on hard times and lost the right to the priesthood. Still could be worth a shot.
But if they inherited Wheat Sealing's secret technique, shouldn't the family be thriving?
Well, it's the only thing I can think of.
All right, give me their address.
I'll mark it out on your map.
To be honest, I'm not optimistic about the future of this investigation.
You're really giving it your all, though.
That's because the request came from you. You don't know the power of your own words, do you?
Could just zoom the map. That would make it easier. But no, I have to just select through everything. Recount everything you learned from
Proving the
Psalm.
legitimacy of this battle seems more hopeless by the second.
Nothing we can do about that.
Well, even if our investigation ultimately proves the legend to be false, that's still a worthwhile result. Although I'm here for business purposes, I have a personal interest in this as well. I'm drawn to matters of historical truth.
That's exactly why I chose to follow you, Monsieur Montlou.
Listen, I'm just updating you on the situation, not asking for your opinion. I don't really care whether you continue your investigation. And Traveler, you came to me for help with your scroll weaving duty, right? You thought looking into the Battle of Seven Colors could give you answers. That's understandable. But based on our progress, I'd say this is a dead end. Instead of wasting time, you might consider taking a different approach. I'll try to think of another way to help you.
Respected Traveler, let's not forget about the compensation I promised. You shall have it in full. Extra, if that's what it takes.
I think this investigation could help you too,
What makes you say that?
because it has to do with Wheat Sealing's past.
Yeah, based on what you've told us so far, it kinda seems like there's unresolved tension between you two.
You think so?
She claimed to be your friend, but picked fights with you non-stop, and never told you about her biggest accomplishment. By figuring out the truth behind the battle, maybe we can finally help you get closure.
Closure? I'd say we're 200 years too late. But fine, if you want to keep investigating, be my guest.
Ah, that's wonderful news.
Alright, let's go visit the shaman family.
Not very far at all. Again.
Hello, are you Aisha Man?
Yep, that's me. Huh? Granny Eatsley?
Get up! In a crowded market like this, the only person who should be trying to hide is me.
My apologies. Ever since my grandfather's generation, the shamans of my family have given up on passing your trial, Granny Eatsley. Have we offended you?
Man, this is generational trauma at this point.
Whenever I misbehaved as a kid, Grandpa would tell me about the thrashing he received from Granny Eatsley. I still get nightmares about it sometimes.
I wonder what Silali looks like in those nightmares.
Hey, don't get any funny ideas. This was your idea, remember? Keep asking your questions. I'm going to find somewhere quiet to wait.
Okay, so your family studied under Huitzilin, right?
Yes, although that pretty much ended with my grandfather's generation, unfortunately. The techniques my family learned from Huitzilin didn't have much practical use in terms of tribal affairs, so during my grandfather's time, we quit the priesthood. Turns out, shaman techniques aren't that useful outside the priesthood either. So over time, we abandoned them altogether. Of course, it's possible that we were just too foolish to understand the true power of those teachings. After all, Huitzilin was a genius. None of her students have been able to fully reproduce her talent.
Do you know which techniques were passed on to your family?
I'm not sure. As a kid, I remember hearing my grandfather talk about them, but it's not like I can use them myself.
Just think about it for a sec. Do you remember anything about a technique that can decide the outcome of a battle?
Decide the outcome of a battle? No, I don't remember anything like that. Besides, my family wasn't really known for our talent. If a technique like that exists, I doubt Huitzilin would pass it on to us. You might have better luck asking one of the priests. They're descendants of Huitzilin's most gifted students.
We started
Well, looks like we're back where we started.
Still no definitive evidence the Battle of Seven Colors took place. Alier, do you think we have enough to draw a conclusion?
All we have are non-witness accounts. We could put together an interview, but that's not going to hold up in academic circles.
Then we have to keep going.
Oh, you're investigating the Battle of Seven Colors?
Yeah, you know about it?
Not a lot, but there's something special about my family. In addition to shaman techniques, Huitzilian's stories were passed down to us as well. Say what you want about my ancestors' dedication to shamanism, but they definitely paid attention to those stories. And of course, the Battle of Seven Colors is the most exciting story of them all.
We don't need another story. We need something concrete. Does no one in your tribe understand that?
I'm not sure if this is helpful, but the story passed down in my family is a little different from the one told in the tribe.
Really?
How so?
Well, it's Huitzilian's personal account of the event, so it's a lot more detailed. For example, in the version I heard, the battle took place in a location known as Chico Mostuk Cave.
That means you can tell us where to find it. Have you ever been to this place?
Unfortunately not.
I studied maps of Natlan before we left, Monsieur Montluçon. I don't remember ever seeing such a name.
Could your ancestors be mistaken, Mr. Eshemin?
It's unlikely. My family may have let the shamanism side of things fall by the wayside, but we're serious about these stories. In the words of my grandfather, some things deserve to be passed down more than secret arts.
If Huitzilin's version of events differs so much from the general understanding, that makes it even more likely the battle is completely made up.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
I mean, not too sure
hold
about
on.
that.
You mentioned the Chico Mostuk cave?
Oh, yes? Can I clear something up for you?
It's been more than 200 years. Huh. I never thought I'd hear that name again.
What do you mean?
Come on now. Right, gotta talk about it in private for some reason.
That location is now known as the Valley of Fog. The Chico Mostuk cave is what it was called 200 years ago.
Precisely when Huitzilin was alive. That means, Monsieur Montluçon, we can confirm the original site of the battle. Once we get there, the evidence we need should be at our fingertips.
Just when we thought all hope was lost. I never doubted you, great shaman. Allow me to present you with a gift.
Save it. Flattery won't get you anywhere with me.
Accept the gifts at Lally, you've earned it.
Wait, Mr. Montluçon works in publishing. You're a huge fan of light novels, right, Lally? Maybe he could get you some that are out of print.
Really?
Out of print, huh? Sure. Do you have any in mind?
Well, if we're talking collectibles, then the first edition of Shogun Almighty Reborn as Raiden with unlimited power is a must. It's the first major hit of the isekai genre. Several editions have gone to print, but copies of the first edition are exceedingly rare and valuable.
I see.
There's also its sister work, Pretty please, Kitsune Guji? It was Yai Publishing House's attempt at gauging the new market trends.
I feel like I've heard of these
It's opened the door
before.
to a new genre after
Stories.
readers grew tired of isekais. The sales speak for themselves. Actually, Yai Publishing House released a limited edition not too long ago. But it's almost impossible to get. Anyway, I'll take those two.
Sorry, I'm not sure I caught all that. What were the titles again? Reborn as Kitsune Guji?
Either this is about to prove that he doesn't work
These
in
two titles
publishing.
are among the most successful and well-known works in the entire industry. You're telling me, as someone who works in publishing, you've never heard of them?
I'm a merchant from Fontaine, after all. Regarding this particular genre from Inazuma, I'm afraid I lack your level of expertise.
Huh. Amateur.
Just leave the books to me and don't forget about our payment.
Of course. Sounds like a perfect arrangement. Now, there's no time to waste. We should head to the site of the battle right away.
Once we get there, it'll take a bit more work to determine the actual location. Right now, all we have is a general idea.
Yeah, it
well,
used to be a
I'm
cave,
sure
now
Miss
it's a
Sitlali
valley.
Can help us with that.
Have you even looked at the time? It's already evening, and I have important plans tonight. You expect me to work through the night?
Well, what do you think, Traveler?
Let's break her for the day and meet back up tomorrow. Battlefield's not going anywhere.
Okay, we'll find a place to rest for the night.
He's persistent, huh?
What do you think, Lolly?
How about noon?
Do we have to wait that long?
Great shamans have important matters to attend to in the morning.
Like sleeping. Guess she just wants to sleep in. No, she's like me. That's a natural time to get out of bed.
That's only because I have important tasks to complete at night.
She's just a night owl. Deal with it.
Right, as Miss Sitlali instructed. Let's meet back up tomorrow at noon. We'll be waiting at the exit of the tribal settlement.
Both yesterday and today, I didn't get out of bed until around noon. Just when my body naturally allowed me to get up. Did have an
Sorry.
alarm set for 11:30.
I just wanted to ask, is Granny Eatsley satisfied with my answer?
Yeah, of course. You really helped us out.
Oh, good. I'm glad I didn't offend her somehow.
You're really that scared of her?
She's actually really nice, just awkward in social situations.
To be honest, Granny Eatsley almost never interacts with ordinary tribespeople like us. Everything we know about her comes from rumors. She's a powerful shaman who's lived for over 200 years. As a great hero, you're probably the only one who isn't intimidated by her.
Right, sure. Thanks, bye.
Well, thanks for today, Sweet Lolly.
Want to grab a meal? My treat. Think of it as a thank you for today.
That's quite considerate of you. All right, let's grab a few drinks. Just like last time.
Wait, didn't you say you had important plans tonight?
What did you think I meant?
Does that mean you've gone drinking every night for the past 200 years? Now Paimon's worried about your health.
Same place?
No, I've had enough socializing for one day. I know somewhere quiet. We can just buy some drinks and head over. Which will also give us a chance to solve the mind reading issue. Considering the necessary spell work, I'd rather do it in private.
That was the word. Wait, what? Shit. Hold on a second. Huh. Okay. There's a way for me to get up there. I'm just not... Oh, you. Okay. not gonna help. We gotta find our way up there. I think I have an answer. Better answer might be Moika. Close enough. Ah! Oh wait, hold on. Is this pathway? This...
Yeah.
Oh, hi. I did not know you were here. Oh, I meant to actually test out the Traveler. Oh well.
Let the show be.
Puppy. Interesting. There we go. Not high enough. Is that a chest I missed? Huh. There were a few I wanted to double check since they seem to be added to my map later. Yeah, what the hell not? That was holding it down. Okay. Yeah, no, we're going back to you. Oh, of course it took too long. Should have been using this if it's an ice shield.
Let's dance.
We'll need more where that came from.
Check that off. Uh-huh. Could try taking that bird again. It's low on phlogiston, if having any at all. But I think that is what's intended of us. Fly from here? Or not? We can't fly up? Fuck! Where the hell? How am I supposed to get up there? Have I not been up there before? I have been up there before. Hold on. That refilled our phlogiston. They should have put Moika back in my party. Use her stuff to get around here. It didn't kill it.
I'll protect us.
Or mostly? I don't know.
No, further up.
Further up?
Lolly leads you to a hot air balloon.
Whoa, this is like a secret base.
Sometimes I want the fresh air, but not the company. So I come here. Let's see if my stash is still here. Ah, great! The halberd crest birds didn't eat my snacks.
Can we join? Come on.
Now for the mind reading issue. Give me your hand.
Just like last time.
It might take a little longer, actually. I just need to share my senses, make a clean break.
Yeah, this...
And that should do it. Right?
This balloon looks like it's an illusion. This really is a one-of-a-kind view. Must be why Silali likes to come here.
You're not wrong. Hold on. Why do I still hear you in my head?
No idea.
Oh, did I not separate our senses completely? Maybe using my palm isn't enough? Close your eyes. Oh, please work, please work. A great shaman should be able to handle this. Okay, what about now?
I think I heard something. Sound like your thoughts.
Huh? And now?
It's gone.
Huh. Whenever I try to remove the effect, it just flips direction and gets worse.
Was that Silali's forehead just now? It was really warm.
That was just to help with the spell. Oh, shoot.
She thought that just to embarrass her.
I still hear you. For a human soul, to lose the boundaries of the mind is to drown in the sea of consciousness without a concept of self.
You have had 2 drinks!
Wait, that sounds bad.
I read that in a light novel. When it comes to the real world, I think it's pretty accurate.
Is Silali drunk? She's not making much sense.
Anyway, we'll just have to leave it for now.
Hearing the Traveler's thoughts isn't that bad, right? You should just tease him. That's what Paimon would do.
It's just... I'm not good at this. I'm not used to being close to people. Sorry, I said we could be friends, but I guess I'm not ready. I'm used to being Granny Eatsley. Someone intimidating, someone people are scared to approach. I don't have to deal with people that way.
Why live like that?
Yeah, Paimon's been wondering. Why do you insist on living so far away? You could easily become a leader of your tribe. Someone everyone loves and respects.
When you live as long as me, a person is like a flower. The color draws you in. You water it to see it bloom. It rewards you with its fragrance, but it doesn't last. With the passing of the seasons, everything withers away. You can try to water it, but it will never bloom again. Even if the same plot of soil is covered in flowers the following year, the one you remember won't be there. That's just how it is. Most of the people in my life will be gone one day, just like a flower. Getting close means losing friend after friend for hundreds of years. Until the weight of their memories crushes my soul. If people don't care about me, then I don't have to care about them. It's better if the people in my memories are nothing more than fleeting strangers.
See, Lolly.
My approach is different. I choose to remember everyone.
You won't live as long as me,
How do you
so
know?
you don't have to worry about that.
Actually, I might have a long lifespan. I have some truly ancient memories.
Really? Then you should understand. Nearly everyone you know will be gone one day.
all the more reason to remember them.
Traveler?
I have a friend who only lives in my memories now. In fact, you could say my memories are the sole proof that she existed in this world. So, sometimes I tell myself, as long as I remember every single friend, they will never truly die. Instead, they will live on in the world of my memories. When friends create memories together, there's always something to hold on to. So if you still need time, let me choose to remember you first. That's a reaction! More than we usually get in this game.
Is something wrong?
Stupid mind-reading side effect won't go away. It's not like I want to hear you complain about me all the time.
Okay, she's definitely drunk. See, Lolly, maybe take it easy? At this rate, you might sleep past noon tomorrow.
I'm not drunk. I remember everything the traveler said. Just gotta think of a response. I'll think of something.
Uh-oh, not this again. Is she asleep?
I'm fine. Can get home by myself.
Probably not the best idea to
Is she
use your
talking
wind
in her
gliding.
sleep or talking to us? She seems kind of out of it.
Bye. Gonna walk back alone. Need some time to think.
Okay, no wing glider, just a floating stuffed toy. Okay. She doesn't need us to worry about her. She's always been like this.
Alright.
Wait until 11 the next day. Wait. Oh, is this it? Direction. What if we wait while sitting here? Will this thing disappear? Will we just drop? Will it be an issue if we're sitting? Hey, it actually went up in the air. Huh. Maybe it's just when we're in the populated places. Oh, it's just over there? We're teleporting, we're high enough up. I get up there the first time. Must have been from over there. Over there. I want to go under this tree. Didn't want
This should be the place we decided to meet yesterday.
If I just decided to drop
Who
down
knows
on
if
top of the
Lolly
spot,
will
it would
show
have
up
killed
on
me.
time.
'Cause I couldn't
She
open my
drank so
wind
much
glider in
last
time.
night, she might not even be up yet.
Or she's right there.
Ahem.
See, Lolly!
No need to sound so surprised. Drinking is just a way to pass the time. I mastered the art of moderation long ago. Last night doesn't count. It was a minor slip-up, that's all. Anyway, I
Only
gave
one
everything a
sip
lot
too
of
many.
thought, and I think you're right about something. The Battle of Seven Colors holds the key to a lot of the answers I've been searching for.
So that's why you're here so early.
Traveler, great shaman. Sorry to keep you waiting. Shall we head out?
Those are different Fatui.
Just follow me. I'll confirm the location myself.
Of course.
Different guards than before. This valley?
This should be it.
Illusory wall. Or
So the
movable wall.
battlefield is inside this place.
That could explain a lot of our academic questions.
Don't lose focus. Once we get to the actual site of the battle, all the evidence needed for publication will be at our fingertips.
I want it for
Everyone
education, you want it for money. I'll always trust the scholar over the businessman. Cave's depths. Great, it's like the domain, so it doesn't have to make sense. Right, I never reorganized my party.
So the Abyss invaded through a cave like this?
When the Abyss first began to corrode the ley lines, they took every opening they could get.
All the items here should be useful for our research.
You're not to touch a single one without my nod of approval.
I don't support invasive excavation techniques either.
Ah, of course. I'll defer to the experts on this matter. Well, shall we continue?
I'll be honest, he's kind of... Oh, we get to play as Citlali. Let's give her a quick look here. Catalyst, alright. Brave Heart. She's Cryo. Wait, she has an aiming mode? Usually that's only with bow characters. Interesting. Special emotion. Everyone in this country seems to have something. Oh, of course it's the fucking... Wait. Yeah, it's the same as the Tomi source. And yeah, like Itomisaurus, you can also... That's why she has the aiming mode. Okay. She fights with the stuffed toys?
There are weapons here from every tribe in Natlan. The battle must have encompassed the entire nation.
Sounds like we're getting closer to what the legend describes. But all we can really say is that a battle took place here. There's still no evidence of any colors or some elaborate maze.
Wow, you're really invested in the...
Well, it's the reason I came to Natlan in the first place. Grudok, send some of your men to search the area. We might miss something all grouped together like this. I'd like to cover all our bases.
All the bases. You got it.
Speaking in code.
Don't jump to conclusions. Of course this isn't the site of the actual battle. We have to keep going.
This wall is in our way!
I might have an idea. Traveler, try removing that sphere.
These, huh? Oh, just walk through. Do something where we pick up a thing.
Straight through! What was that? Some kind of color magic?
Yeah, the fact that they keep talking about colors
It's
like
very
this is
close
very
to the
strange
technique
to me.
Wheatsealing might have used.
Treasure.
That's it? Doesn't quite compare to the scale described in the legend.
Still, what a terrific archaeological find.
Enough chit-chat. We should keep going. The deeper we go, the more we'll find.
Oh right, that's her thing. Forgot about that.
Rise like smoke.
And that glide doesn't use stamina. Or phlogiston.
Hold on. If we step here, we might fall through.
You mean there are traps in here?
Remember how we were able to pass through the wall just now? It must have been because, on our person, we were carrying the same color as the wall.
Whoa, you're right. We can keep going now.
Okay, that's pretty great power to have, though. Now, blue. Oh, that one was a portal. Whoa. Wait, we weren't carrying orange?
Wait, what was that? What is this place?
Look! A maze made of colors.
It's real. I can't believe it.
Hold on. The quality of this space. This isn't reality. It's a realm of memory.
Huh?
Is this the Night Kingdom?
No. This is a space constructed using memories as a medium. The principle is similar, but the two are not the same.
Correct?
Wheatsealing?
What?
No. It's just a trace of her consciousness left behind after creating this space.
Friends, this is my question to you. What is our strongest weapon against the Abyss? In my opinion, it's memory. After all, is it not after losing the capacity for memory, love, and compassion that our enemies fell to the Abyss? That is why, with our memories, we possess a power the Abyss cannot hope to match. I have discovered the perfect medium for us to wield that weapon. You know it as color. The more cherished the memory, the more vivid its color. As memories disappear, their color fades first. That is why color is the best vehicle to wield the power of memory. Guided by vibrant colors, your capacity for memory is what will allow you to navigate this maze. Without that capacity, enemies will fail to cross the barrier in front of them and be trapped here for eternity. So, be brave, my friends, and march forward.
Any ideas, Sweet Lolly?
Sounds like she left a tutorial. Not surprising. She always did have to handhold her talentless students. Follow me.
I guess this is the way back, probably? Oh yeah, just... Okay, so this can't actually shoot... Never mind. I was wrong. Not gonna risk that. Huh. Okay. Guess I took the right path. We're holding blue, so I didn't think we could go
Rise
on the
like
purple.
smoke.
There are monsters here too?
Abyss creatures. Likely trapped here for some time. Looks like a few monsters made it out of the battle all those years ago. you! Time to end them!
It's always difficult to fight with someone who has a catalyst.
Fulfill our pact! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Sha! Yeah! Ha! Sha! Yeah!
Okay. Like we have 2 ways we could go. Oh, and the whole place is...
What's with these color-changing blocks? You and see Lolly fell through all of a sudden. You scared Paimon half to death.
Must be one of the mechanics of the maze.
Choose the wrong path, and...
Ah, shoot. They're blocking the way forward. Let's get rid of them.
Yeah, she is not DPS enough for me to be using her in these fights. We tried. We tried, folks.
Take me up!
This place is so pretty. If not for those monsters, Paimon would have never guessed this was a battlefield.
The showmanship's not bad, I'll give her that.
I think we just have to drop now.
Is this a bridge made of colors?
Don't sound so surprised. We just need to cross and we should reach the end.
We need... Yeah! Orange. No. Okay. Blue, is it? Which one do we... Which do we have to land on? What the fuck? Are we here? This doesn't look like where we came from. Just put us on the other end? It wasn't letting us solve it, so it just skipped it. Hilarious.
We're out! Looks like we made it through the maze.
Hold on. This is...
Whoa, so pretty! The thing inside the sphere looks exactly like the maze!
It's like a miniature blueprint made from a special dye.
That color.
The dye was modified using a secret technique to harness the power of memories and create mazes like the one we just witnessed. Without that power, it's just a normal dye. But the color it produces is still quite rare. I would say this is the most direct evidence that the Battle of Seven Colors actually took place.
The expert has spoken!
And here
Perhaps
comes the
I could
betrayal.
Take a closer look. It's an important piece of physical evidence, after all.
No, you may not.
No.
What are you doing?
Yeah, Paimon,
you
we all
noticed
saw
my
this
signal.
coming.
Not bad, Traveler. We make a good team.
Huh. So, you've been watching me.
A self-proclaimed book merchant who's never heard of Shogun Almighty reborn as Raiden with unlimited power?
Such a long title.
Please, that work was a commercial success across Teyvat. I knew you were fishy, but I didn't expect you to pull something like this.
Monsieur Montluçon, we just need a few pictures for our research, not the artifact itself. What if it gets damaged or destroyed?
Shut it. I couldn't care less about preserving this piece of trash. I would destroy it right now if I could.
But then there would be no if
That's
the battle
not
took place.
the point.
What
He's
if
been
that
lying.
was my goal all along?
What?
Obviously, Paimon. Holy shit,
Pretending
this
to
guy
be a
was
book
sketched from the
merchant,
beginning.
Pretending to promote the history of Natlan and its heroes was the only way to get information out of the people in this tribe. But make no mistake, I'm no lowly merchant. I am the future owner of the largest printing company in all of Teyvat. But the dye in that sphere ruined all my plans before they could even get off the ground.
What?
We've received a report that your advertisement in the paper makes false claims. Fontaine Law demands it be taken down immediately.
False claims? The dye I advertised is an unprecedented innovation. It produces colors of unmatched radiance.
Unfortunately, its qualities are neither unprecedented nor unmatched. According to the lady who made the report, she saw a woven scroll in Natlan made with a similar dye. Even more miraculous, that substance dates back hundreds of years.
How? Creating this dye is the culmination of my entire life's work. You're telling me I'm hundreds of years too late?
He tried making something that
down,
already
sir.
existed without knowing. And now he's so pissed
Sorry,
he has to
it's
go
just-
destroy it.
I know
The
this
original.
product will be a hit. The economic boost to Fontaine will be huge. We just need to advertise it as written. Fontaine's publishing industry is one of the best in the world. All we need to do is publish something in the paper, and all of Teyvat will think it was our invention first. We don't need to worry about more reports. Fontaine is far more advanced than Natlan. No one will believe such an innovative product could come from a place like that.
That goes against all of Fontaine's advertisement regulations. We can't do that.
What if I give you a portion of the
And then he
profits?
tried to bribe
All you
him.
have to do is let the advertisement stay.
You're trying to bribe me? Careful. I'm dangerously close to reporting this to Monsieur Novelette.
Skips away, because that's the only way they
I
walk.
knew if I was just allowed to market my product, it would be a hit. A bestseller even. I would be a giant in the printing industry. But now, no one will see it as anything more than a poor imitation marketed centuries too late. No matter how good the product actually is, not a single one will sell. Huh. I will never accept that someone from this backwoods, ignorant nation could come up with that dye. Not 200 years before me.
Even when the truth is right in front of you.
Ha! Truth is in the eye of the beholder. I'm already in the printing industry. I can go into publishing, no problem. All I have to do is destroy this sphere, write a detailed report about my findings, and publish it around the world. Then, the so-called truth becomes your word against mine. Once my report is accepted as fact, no one can accuse me of making false claims.
That's awful. What happened to restoring the truth of history?
Lie,
That plan
obviously.
hasn't changed. I will continue to spread my truth for all of Teyvat to see.
You talk a big game, but did you forget who you're talking to?
Ah, you mean a hero of Natlan who's not actually from Natlan? And a great shaman who, according to rumor, abandoned her tribe long ago? From a practical perspective, there's no reason for either of you to stand against me.
Shows what you know.
Oh, since you like rumors so much, have you heard the one about what happens to people who get on my bad side?
Ah, the wrath of Granny Itzley. Like I said, our interests aren't at odds. I knew from the beginning that you would accept my invitation, considering Huitzilin was your rival. You've lived longer than her, you're far stronger than her, and yet, she has always been more revered than you. Now, that can change. With the backing of the printing industry, I can take any book and send it to all four corners of Teyvat. This part of Natlan's history will be mine to tell.
That.
And in my version,
Don't pronounce
I
the
can erase
Y.
the Battle of Seven Colors. You can be the one to have all the glory.
That's not
Wow.
real history.
That's a no then? Your history means nothing to me. But it's not allowed to stand in the way of my Mora.
Can we actually
done running
kill
your
someone for
mouth?
once?
Good. Before handing you over to the tribe, I think I'll have my way with you first.
Teach him a lesson. Make it stick.
If this comes to a fight, per my contract, you're gonna have to go through me.
That's right. I didn't pay all that Mora for nothing.
Wait, aren't you subordinates of the captain? Why are you helping
No, they
someone who
were.
wants
These
to
guys were in
erase Natlan's
Fontaine.
history?
The captain. You actually bought that?
They never even said that.
United in the pursuit of Mora, we travel the land to collect debts. Our loyalty is to Regrader, his interests, and his wealth.
Regrader?
Have we dealt with that one yet?
The captain means nothing to them. They serve.
This man has the potential to become a giant in the printing industry and disrupt Fontaine's economic system. This aligns with Regrader's interests.
It's all been a lie from the very beginning!
That doesn't change anything, Paimon. Just one more guy to beat up.
I don't care who you serve. When it comes to punishment, I don't discriminate.
We fought a practical god yesterday, and you really think that this is going to mean anything to us? Oh wait, hold on. He got you. No, you don't get to stay here. Fuck. Damn it.
That's what you get for messing with the hero of Natlan and Granny Eatsley. They could give Regrader a run for his Mora.
When did this person get so strong? Looks like the men following the captain failed to update us on the latest intelligence.
Yeah.
Not
I don't
good.
care about the rest of you.
This is becoming more trouble than it's worth. You're on your own.
Hey, what about our contract? Your boss signed it himself.
Our boss never signs a contract without loopholes. Even a veteran businessman like yourself fell into his trap. That's what makes him the best. Go home and read the fine print. All I did was trigger the exculpatory clause.
You?
The other stipulations have been fulfilled. I set up explosives around the cave, strong enough to destroy this place, as instructed. Oh, and for security purposes, all explosives have been rigged to blow at a specific time. Shouldn't be too long now.
Well, great.
What?
Okay.
This whole place is gonna collapse?
You were supposed to wait until I made it out. Are you trying to kill me?
That depends on how fast you can run. I'm off.
You're done.
You think you can just waltz out of here? Traveler, stop them, and then we'll make a break for it.
Can do.
If I'm caught, I implicate my boss. Time for the backup plan.
Wait, don't!
What? So he threw a spear at the maze. Did he trigger the maze for all of us? Or...
Where are we? Back in the maze? Our surroundings look different, though. What did that Fatui guy do?
We need to find Sidlali. She's probably somewhere around here, too.
Good point. She'll know how to get out of here. Let's hurry. If we don't make it out before the cave collapses, we might never be able to leave.
Where could she be?
Let's see. Sidlali! Oh, looks like it's not gonna be that easy. What should we do?
I saw the special color. It seems to be guiding me.
The special color? The one you saw in that woven scroll? Why would it appear around here?
No time to think about it. So stop talking. Let's end the cutscene.
Lead the way.
Oh, are we not even gonna run around in here? Just gonna lead us out? Okay. No.
He triggered it just like that? If the technique isn't activated correctly...
Instead of a realm of memory, the subjects in question will be trapped in a temporary space like this. If you cannot escape in time, it's mutually assured destruction. but I can't fault someone for using it as a last resort.
I knew it! Someone of your skill wouldn't leave behind memory fragments just to parrot instructions. You must have the capacity for conscious thought.
I appreciate the compliment. It's been a long time, my friend.
This is no time for a reunion! The cave outside is about to collapse. I know time flows differently in this place, but that still doesn't leave us much time. Can you help me get out?
You misunderstand, Seatlali. I'm nothing more than a fragment of memory. There's not much I can do.
What do you mean? This space can be manipulated, right? The exit of your maze. I remember its structure. If I create an exit here, I can leave. You just need to tell me how to manipulate this space.
The maze you saw earlier was constructed using the memories of many warriors of Natlan. When people leave deep impressions on each other, their memories form connections. These connections are particularly strong between comrades in arms. That is how I created my maze. The connections between the memories were my needle and thread, and the special color was my fabric. But if that color is crudely combined with an isolated memory, one without connections, you get a place like this. This space is a combination of my color and your memories. There is no way to alter or construct anything within it, because there are no connections at your disposal.
Over 200 years, and not a single lasting connection. This is my punishment, huh?
Well, at the very least, you have a connection to me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to appear in this space.
That's only because you never gave me a moment's peace. Still, it's a shame you're not around. You said it yourself. A memory fragment can't be used to create the connections I need.
Seatlali.
But now that I have the chance to talk to you again, I need you to give me an answer. Your special technique. You didn't pass it on to your students. You passed it on to the rival you could never beat. Me. What I want to know is, why?
So you figured it out.
After what I saw in the maze and everything you just told me, I'm certain the technique at the center of all this is the same one you taught me all those years ago. But you never brought up the fact that you used it to win a battle. From your description, it might as well have been a simple color trick. I'm getting the feeling you always meant for me to come here. But if this is a foreshadowed event, I'm not happy with the narrative setup.
Seatlali, ever since you learned that technique, you've been able to see a special color, haven't you?
You mean...
That color is the core of the technique. But it isn't my invention. It's something I discovered in the work of our ancestors. More specifically, you could call it the color of memories. In truth, passing on the technique is a process of using that color to tint another person's memories. Yes, the technique has the power to decide victory. But in my opinion, the capacity to add color to someone's memories is where the true value lies. You are fated to live a far longer life than me, Seatlali. I couldn't bear the thought of all those years existing as a blank canvas in your memory. So I wanted to leave a little color behind.
Your color, you mean?
One day, you too will want to leave behind your color in someone else's memory. When that day comes, you will understand my decision.
So if you still need time, let me choose to remember you first.
I have to get out of here. That's the only way to rescue them.
Seatlali, what are you...
I understand the true principle of this technique now. If I can't construct an exit, then I will separate this color from my memories by force.
But you could lose a portion of your memories that way.
I know, but my memory is just a blank canvas I've neglected for 200 years. My friends are worth the risk.
Find her.
Traveler?
When you entered the realm of memory I constructed, I used your memories to learn about your recent experiences. I have a feeling you're the one who will be saved this time. After 200 years, someone has appeared by your side. The kind of person I could have never anticipated. The Night Kingdom harbors Natlan's memories, and the Traveler's connection to that realm is incredibly strong, surpassing even the shamans who worship the Lord of the Night. This means that, even without your tutelage, he can see the color of memories.
What did you say?
Although he doesn't know how to wield it, he unknowingly left behind a trace of color in your memories. That was enough to guide him to this space. You now have a connection at your disposal. Well, Sitlali, it looks like part of this was foreshadowed, but the rest is a surprise.
Always goes, huh?
Traveler? Traveler!
That's Sitlali's voice! She's just up ahead!
This is goodbye, my friend. Your memories over the past 200 years are much more than a blank canvas. Cherish them.
Wheat Celine.
Sitlali!
Paimon! Traveler!
Finally found you. Let's find a way to get out of here.
Hold my hand.
Even though we can't physically touch. Or it would clip through the model.
Did we teleport out? Man, that place was so... Woo! We made it out just in time!
Okay.
Wonder what happened to the Fatui guy and the others.
Hope they got caught in it.
He was most likely trapped inside that space, just like us. The external structures supporting that space would have collapsed with the ruin. Unless he managed to escape, he would have been crushed.
He still preferred that to being caught, huh?
What about the Fontanians?
They were standing a bit further away, right?
One of them made it out, we just saw
Probably
him.
weren't pulled into the space. Maybe they already made a run for it.
Hello?
It's one of Malu Son's employees! Quick, restrain him!
Paimon, this was the good one.
Oh, I can explain. I had no idea Malu-san was such a terrible person. I couldn't stop him from running, so I stayed behind and tried to find people to help rescue you. I'm so glad you managed to get out of there.
Either way, the guards will take you back to the tribe. You'll be their problem.
I understand.
I'll work with
Anyway,
them. I
I'm
was
not here to
innocent
harp on you. I just need to know one thing. Which way did he run?
He went that way, but I'm not sure if you can catch up.
Oh.
That
Don't be
way? Unless he suddenly grows a pair of wings, I think we're okay. Traveler, Paimon, come with me.
He's running into a dead end. Let's catch him.
Hey, it's Elder Tlapo and a group of Ictomisaurs! They caught Malu Son!
Something felt off about him yesterday, so I set a few things in motion. Looks like it's time for that foreshadowing to pay off.
My bank balance. No! No!
Right, they're psychic.
That's one of the tricks Claw uses to scare people. He makes people hallucinate the thing that scares them most. It's particularly effective on weak-minded people like him.
Yup.
Serves him right!
I know, it was a lot to ask, making you come all the way out here during the day.
They are nocturnal, after all.
Was that a declaration? Elder Tlapo didn't appoint us to a whole other task, did he?
Forget about him for now. The Ictomisaurs will make sure Montluçon doesn't escape before the guards arrive.
Right, the special scroll. But the die is buried underneath a bunch of rubble now.
Don't worry, Witziline's technique hasn't been lost at all. Come with me. I'll explain everything at my house. Oh, and Traveler? Everything you said about memory, I finally figured out my answer. I knew you'd want to tag along. Let's go.
Aha. Get tortured with your own fears, idiot. Oh, there's the first one we took.
Now, when it comes to weaving the scroll itself, you don't actually need to lift a finger. But if we're going to pass on Wheatsealing's technique, your participation is critical.
What are you saying, Sweet Lolly?
Follow me.
Okay. Big old basement.
Whoa, look at this place. Do you weave scrolls too?
Scrolls. Scrolls? I thought you were going to show me your masterpiece.
That I am, old friend. The technique I'm about to show you directly relates to woven scrolls.
Fine. What is it? Something that can turn the tide of war or prevent a great disaster?
Oh, scrolls.
You
Just
probably
said.
want to challenge me, right? I know you don't have the strength for a real fight, so I'll let you beat me with words.
Old friend, my life is nearing its end. I'm afraid I don't have time for another match.
Hey.
Don't worry. I trust in the belief of our tribe that death is not the end, but the beginning of a new existence in the Night Kingdom, where everything is made of memories. So, do you know why our ancestors insisted on using colorful, woven scrolls to record our history? Because history is the memory of a people. We give our scrolls an orange hue, so the dead can still feel the warmth of the setting sun. We decorate them with kernels of grain fruit, so the dead can still enjoy the abundance of our harvests.
I know that, but something this important? Why entrust it to me and not one of your students?
As your friend, I admit, I'm being a bit selfish. I don't have long, Sipali. Oh, I'm not sure I can truly explain my decision. But I know you will understand one day. For now.
Just this once. I understand now, Wheatsealing. Just like you said I would. Claw, help me move this outside. I'm going to color it. Traveler, Paimon, come with me.
We're in the state of, well, something's going on here. Well, it helps you bring the woven scroll outside. Noika.
We are like birds, soaring through the horizons of time. I linger between brushes of memory, seeking the color of my final journey. When I get there, may there be feathers to paint the sky, shades of rose. And fields of green to beckon adventurous souls. And azure oceans with which to sail into the unknown. And volcanoes too, where, despite the danger, hidden treasure waits to be found. And graffiti art, of course. Without that color, just imagine the dullness of night.
Anything else?
In the end, I hope everyone remembers my color too.
In the end, I hope everyone remembers your color too. All in all, it was just a technique for coloring a scroll.
The task I'm entrusting to you is much more than that. Farewell, my friend.
That's the true duty of the appointed. That way, they're not lost to piles of black and white text. Hard for me to notice those lyrics at first. Lines.
I knew you would understand.
Because
This is the special scroll.
Traveler didn't get his voice actor during this, thanks to the
Sweet Lolly?
strikes. Remember the gift from the spirits?
Hold on. You've lived for more than 200 years. You know how to weave the special scroll. That must mean you're the one behind the gifts from the spirits.
Oh, well, it's not like I wanted to interact with the appointed. So whenever I delivered the scroll, I used illusions to confuse them. The fact that it turned into some kind of divine intervention is because no one was skilled enough to see through my tricks.
Why not just tell them?
You've carried the duty alone for all these years? Even if you don't like interacting with people, why not teach someone else how to do it?
Traveler, you can see the special color, right?
Yes.
The essence of that color is memory. That means completing the special scroll is a process of searching for color within your memories. Passing the technique on to someone means sharing your memories with them. You need to leave traces of your color in their memory, and they must do the same. Even though I only confirmed that today, I've had suspicions for a long time.
Huh. Okay.
And, well, ever since Sweet Celine died, I haven't wanted to form that kind of connection with people.
Oh, yeah.
It was her final wish, so I kind of resigned myself to taking on the burden forever. After all, I have all the time in the world. But Claw never stopped appointing new candidates to weave the scroll, despite knowing exactly how I felt about the situation.
You mean he never stopped trying to find new friends for you?
I knew exactly what he was doing. And yeah, if I ever did share my memories with someone, I guess that person would be a friend. But it never got to that point. This time, though, you win, Claw. Take this. I guess it's my response to what you told me the other night.
What is it?
If I had to choose my color, it would be the color of this handkerchief. Countless people exist in my memories, and I know one day that will be my fate, too. A memory living on in someone else's head. Since you have a long lifespan, You're the perfect candidate to bear this memory and carry my color in your mind.
Does this mean I'm officially your friend?
Just keep it safe.
Don't make me say
You better not forget my color when I'm gone.
Whoa. It's a little early to talk about death, don't you think? It's only been a few seconds.
Isn't that what friends are for?
Okay, this is a serious commitment. Well, Sweet Lolly, if the Traveler's going to leave their color in your mind too, it'll probably be gold, right?
My color would be a
Actually,
dark
their mark is
metallic
already
red.
there. Remember the mind reading effect I couldn't fix? Well, I finally got to the bottom of it. Sharing senses allows communication to occur between the consciousness of different people. Naturally, memories are also involved in that process. Although I didn't know it at the time, we both have the ability to see the color of memory, which means that when I shared my senses with you, a connection was created between our memories. And that connection is what caused my original spell to go haywire.
So, you can hear the Traveler's thoughts because you left traces of color in each other's memories? And that's why the Traveler could hear your thoughts too, because it works both ways, right?
Quick thinking, but only those trained in the mystic arts can maintain that level of connection. That's why I can still hear the Traveler's thoughts, but not the other way around. There's no need to worry, though. Now that I've figured out how it works, I'll get rid of it in no time.
Oh.
I lied. Hearing each other's thoughts actually depends on the strength of the connection between our memories. So, after everything we just went through, I bet you can hear me again.
Alright, now I'm thinking a big red exclamation point. You can just about hear the boom.
I knew it.
So, is there a way to stop it?
Since the connection between our memories is already there, the only way to get rid of the effect is for one of us to forget about the other.
You know that's not happening, right?
Just messing with you. I'm a legendary shaman of my tribe. Now that I know the cause, of course I can figure out how to fix it.
Paimon, have you realized yet?
It'll
There's a
probably
conversation
take some
going
time,
on.
though, so bear with me for now. Besides, I'm an open book. It's not like you're gonna hear anything embarrassing. Oh, unless I've had a few drinks.
Oh, so you can turn it off. That's a shame.
A shame? I mean, if you ever miss this whole telepathy mess, I could always share my senses with you again.
Hasn't really felt like a
No
mess, to be
promises, though. Some thoughts are better.
Huh?
Paimon entirely unprivy to that. Until the next day. Nice purple color. If I were to choose my own color, I don't know if that got overshadowed by the game audio, it would be a metallic dark red. Much like my controller at the moment. And many other reds in my room here. Wait, what did I say? 8. It's probably not going to be here at her house, but might as well just move it anyway. Watch cannot line out in the distance. Yep. Good to end it right by the totem pole.
Ah, you did it? Your investigation into the Battle of Seven Colors must have been fruitful indeed.
Wow! The scroll is finished already!
Elder Talapo's wisdom is never wrong.
Yeah, we should explain. Take it away, Traveler.
Yeah, alright. You share everything you learned about the special color while keeping Lolly's connection a secret.
I see.
You don't look surprised at all.
It makes perfect sense. History is the memory of a people. If we want to depict it, a dye derived from people's memories is, of course, the best choice. Now, it's just a matter of preserving this secret technique. From your description, it sounds like learning the technique requires the previous holder to share their memories.
Well, yeah.
In that case, I must work with our priests to reinvent the technique based on the principles you described.
Okay.
After all, memories are precious things, meant to be shared with those closest to us. I cannot take that choice away from you, Traveler. You completed your task admirably. Finding a way to carry on that legacy is now our duty.
All right, we'll leave that to you.
And please pass along my thanks to Granny Eastly. We interrogated the Fontanian merchant she apprehended, and it turns out he's the reason some among our tribe started to question our history. He hired people to spread misinformation about the Battle of Seven Colors. The recent friction within the tribe is entirely his doing.
Huh.
We now have a record of his crimes, and will begin working with Fontaine authorities in a few days.
So he was behind the controversy in the first place. Guess it's easier to investigate when people are already questioning something. Anyway, that clears it up. People don't just question their history out of nowhere.
Thank you, Biram. We'll be on our way.
Until we meet again.
Is that it? No, we gotta go back to see Lolly. Oh. Of course, this is where we brought the scroll. Which is still glowing. On one side. I was hoping that would actually be the end, so we could just go over here and collect. It's fine. And we'll... Oh, she's here. Wait, or is she outside? Yeah, she's outside.
You told him everything, right?
Yep, we left out the part about your contribution, but it kinda seemed like Chief Biram saw through us.
You could have just said it was a gift from the spirits.
Yeah, but Chief Biram deserves something in return for his hard work.
I guess he is different from the previous chiefs. But if he figures out it was me all these years, I'm in for a world of trouble.
There you are. I've been looking everywhere for you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the other Fontanian researcher. He wasn't taken away with his boss?
No, because he was innocent.
Please, call me Allier.
Very
After
obvious.
questioning, the tribe absolved me of any serious wrongdoing. So, here I am. I'll be heading back to Fontaine soon. No employer means no funding, after all. But I wanted to finish my investigation first. I'd like to ask some questions about Huitziline. I want people outside of Natlan to hear her story, but my understanding still has some holes.
Questions? Huh! Why should I let an Outlander tell our stories?
He's about to give you a good answer on it.
Don't misunderstand. I have no intention of twisting your history or using it to make a profit. It's just honest curiosity. I assure you, I believe amazing stories deserve to be shared with the world. Culture thrives through dialogue and exchange.
Has a point.
All right, you can ask your questions, but be quick. I have important plans after this.
Important plans?
You're just gonna go drinking again, aren't you?
Oh, thank you very much.
Alright. Allier conducts a thorough interview, only leaving us at Lolly finally runs out of patience.
Another day, another drained social battery.
We should probably get going then.
Hold on. You owe me a pair of books.
We need to go to Inazuma to find those?
Oh, that! When it comes to light novels, your memory is like a steel trap, huh?
Books that rare will take some time to find.
You're telling me. Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. You might need to go to Yai Publishing House
And this
in
is where
person.
we tell you. Yeah, we know the person in charge.
But I don't need them right away. Just don't forget, okay?
Of course! We'll get them sent to you as soon as we can!
Sent to me? Nuh-uh. I don't want a stranger knocking on my door when I'm hungover. Here, just take this.
The key to her house?
And this is?
The key to my house. Don't bother knocking next time. You'll disturb my sleep.
Truth of the Battle of Seven Colors complete. Okay. Yep, that's all that. Hey, another cornerstone with stars and flames. I knew we'd be getting that. That's why I wanted to do this before we checked out what we can actually do. Wait, no, it was something else, wasn't it? Did I? Yeah, I did supply notice already. The annoying thing is, since we have 2 new ones, I have to choose 2 for one and 1 for the other every week. You. The next thing would be Moika's story quest. Now, we have, oh, here we go. Except it's not going to actually show us, is it? Oh, wait, here they are. It's just no longer set up the same. Hope that my colors may abide in your memory. Cost, I believe in him. We have something for you? Okay. Wherever he calls home, surely a place of freedom and warmth. You think we don't need... Oh, damn it. Alright, so... Roar! Okay, who are you? Legend of some secret gem. To be false, just setting out on that quest makes you... Oh, that's who I've been selecting. Okay. Not entirely sure what happened there. Oh! See Lali's handkerchief and key. So... this is what we have next. Now, story quests like this usually take about an hour and a half. Which means they're a bit shorter than my normal weekday streams. However, much as I wanted to do it all today, it is, what, about 20 after 8? If it were only to go for an hour, that'd be fine. I wouldn't mind going over by 20 minutes, half an hour or so. But if it's a full hour and a half, that will take a very long time. I don't particularly want to do another Genshin stream, but we're going to, since this is what we have to do. I am going to get the quest now. So the question is, do we start this now, so close to my normal end time, or do we just do it all tomorrow and risk ending early? And I think that's a better choice. Turn your accommodation rest. So yeah, that just requires us to go to the inn, which I can easily avoid. Start of the quest. So, all right, hold on. These are just normal, so that's gonna have multiple. Okay, that is just Moika's stuff. Which I don't even need because I went and searched for myself. I gotta figure out what my party is gonna be, since I was kind of relying on having only 2 fire and then 2 hydro, because that 2 hydro ups our HP and 2 pyro ups our attack. But heal here. Realized he was still hurt. Not hurt. And I think I kind of explained this yesterday. Let's go to party setup. My normal setup for my party is main character, archer, ranged, healer, and DPS. Diluc won't be moving from this spot, despite the fact that I wanted Moika to replace him. It doesn't look like that's going to be possible. I may have to check some other things, but he still does like 1,000 damage where she does 600, that sort of thing. Wouldn't mind replacing the Traveler, but I feel the need to always have him in here. And if I replace Yoimiya, I lose my Archer, which is useful for some mini games, target practice, and all that. And sometimes in battle, if I want to get someone on top of something I can't climb up, it's always useful to have a ranged person and a healer. I should honestly work on getting Barbara up to level 80. We have time. I could go and fight that thing. Problem with that is, it's not as easy to fight as some of the others. What are the other teams I have on here? Right, I made this as, this was my Natlan group, so actually I might as well switch you out, huh?
Anytime, any place.
Because everyone here can do a thing in Natlan, specifically. But honestly, 2 of them, their abilities are taken by Moika, so the others aren't worth it. This was for a specific elemental layout in an area. Also, Kamisato Ayaka, I do like playing as her, and she does stuff real good. Pretty much one of my more powerful characters, also level 70, as you can see. But my main team... Why does it say team standing by over there? For everyone. I guess I never named it. Using the left stick to enter sorting mode, use the left stick to adjust the order of parties in your list. Oh, don't care. And you can see in the corner there, oh, you have 2 pyro, and that's the only bonus you're getting, which is this. Because you only get bonuses for 2, or any 4 unique, which is elemental and physical resistance up. But I like having attack and HP better. But now that we're no longer Hydro, it doesn't make as much sense. Sure, we could go back and change to Hydro, but I don't want to. Wanted to replace you, but it doesn't work. Also, I don't like that this is just team standing by. I never noticed that before. It's just going to be main team. Okay. Like I said, I could also switch to her. She does a good job, but it doesn't quite work what we want. There's you, but we haven't leveled you up enough.
Archon reporting for battle.
Whatever. We'll leave it like this for now. Oh, that's just what we just read. I just never checked that before, apparently. Yeah, look. Let's see what her thing is. Let's cancel navigation. Oh, what the fuck? That was weird. So, we'd have to go all the way back here. The Oceanid is what we have to fight, because what we need is these cleansing hearts. You know what? I haven't. Before I do that, oh, we don't have any of them. We'd have to work up to 12. Ugh. Maybe we'll go fight it once just to take up some of the time in stream and not what I wanted. Also, I think I might need Electro is usually good against Hydro. Where are you? Here. Haven't done this in a while. There was a time when I would only fight these bosses. I would only fight these bosses with in co-op. Hey, that works. But we also don't have the other bar, so that'll only work for her own. There you are.
An assassin from our homeland, or a fool who trespasses upon the waters of Chingsa. Coveting
Oh right,
the
we can't
shades of
actually
the
attack.
living, pure water can take on many forms. In this way, shall water deliver your punishment. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
I don't remember the ducks. They continuously do damage around them.
Without solid ground, terrestrial creatures become simply...
This is also one of the only ones that talks to us while we're going. These bosses always take a
The
while.
power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Pyro is also shit. Also good against Hydro.
To comprehend its
Oh, that one.
horrors.
Because nope, it's enemies can vaporize. But hey, it's really been a while since I fought this thing.
Let's see what happens when you lose your foothold.
Alright, which ones were we losing? Huh? Nope, those two. Like, you don't fight the actual ocean.
Is its ability to take any shape.
Time for retribution!
Oh, I hit some of them. Are you kidding me? Alright.
We seek
Oh,
but
shit.
a small haven of
What?
tranquil
Why'd we
waters.
drop off?
Is that so much to ask for?
Oh,
As
because
long as
we won.
rain falls and rivers flow.
Shut up. We only get 2. So it's like we do that, and they did change it so that you can just wait here and be able to fight it again. I'm sorry, that's just too annoying to do on stream. I do have to go back here, get my plants, and make more things. They made a new domain for Natlan, and I haven't done anything in it yet. The Serenity Pod is... I never do that on stream. There's no reason to. Wait, hold on. Did they upgrade the level we can do here? Still wet. 30? Are you kidding me? You still have all the way up to 50 here. That's how these usually work. But you're not allowing beyond 30 until the next update. And we've already completed the story here, so all we have left to get is the Collective of Plenty. Alright, we're just gonna be done on stream.
Let's dance.
Heal some people. I'm standing here. Okay, let's see who we can raid at this point in time.
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
Ending a bit early, so we don't end extremely early tomorrow. Okay, show me. Who is online?
You might want to get a guide.
Let's be chatting. Mario Kart.
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below.
Okay. First time in that line. We'll go to the person who has the least, who's been online the least time. Gaijin Goomba playing some Pal World with his orc character. This is just funny. All right. Well, guess we'll have one more stream of Genshin Impact. Fuck, I can't believe she brings that out and just leans on it as part of her idle animation and puts her fucking glasses on. That's amazing. I may just be keeping her as the main character here. Though I'll have to figure out about the party setup. Alright, well, until next time, this is the Pirate King signing off. Have a good night.